All right, second graders, we have some new phonograms that we are going to be reviewing today. So, well, if you went to our school before, then we're reviewing them. If you didn't, then they might be new to you. All right, this is our first one. This is E. This just has one sound, E. Class, what does this say? Good, E. Now, we can say for this one to help us if we want. Sometimes students will say E double E, always says E. All right, so this one, its sound is E. If it helps you remember to say E double E, always says E, then you may. All right, so I need both of those letters to make that sound. So I find my starting spot and write the first letter. And then the second letter, E. And then I underline it. All right, so watch one more time. I'll leave a clock space. E. I'm always saying it while I write it. All right, now it's your turn. Write E and say it while you write it. Make sure it looks like mine. All right, and write another E. Good, saying it while you write it. Excellent. Write one more. Good. All right, that is our E double E. Always says E. Our next phonogram has two sounds. This says f, v. Listen one more time. F, v. All right, now say it with me. F, v. All right, one more time. F, v. All right, good. So to write this phonogram, remember I'll leave a clock space. The first letter, and then the second letter close to it. V. I always say it while I'm writing, and you should be too, and then I always underline it. So class, what does this say? Good. All right, I'll write it one more time, leave a clock space. Start at the top. All right, now it's your turn. Write a and say it while you write it. Good. All right, do another one. Excellent. All right, I want you to write one more, saying it while you write it. All right, class, our next phonogram is this. This only has one sound. It says sh. What does this say? Good, sh. All right. Now this one has a rule that's in its name. So I'll tell you its whole name with the rule is very long. But if we just say sh, it's and nothing else, it's this one, but we want to learn this rule. So this is actually sh, used at the beginning of a word and the end of a syllable, but never the beginning of a syllable after the first one, except for the ending ship. All right, I know that's a lot, so let's break it up into parts. I'll say it and then you say it. Sh, used at the beginning of a word, the end of a syllable, but not at the beginning of syllables after the first one, except for the ending ship. You know, this one's we'll have to write some words with this and see what that looks like when we're using it, right? But this is, if I just say sh, I mean this one, but we want to know the rules. So it's used at the beginning of a word, the end of a syllable, but not at the beginning of syllables after the first one, except for the ending ship. All right. So this one, let's see, make sure we're leaving clock spaces. Shh. Now, even though I always say it while you write it, you can just say shh while you're writing this, because otherwise we'd never get done. Okay, so watch one more time. So I'm going to leave a clock space. And underline to show that those letters go together to make that sound. All right, now it's your turn to write sh used at the beginning of a word, the end of a syllable, but not the beginning of syllables after the first one, except for the ending ship. All right, and say the sound while you write it. Good, make sure yours looks like mine. All right, write another one. Good, make sure you're underlining. And one more sh. Use at the beginning of a word, the end of a syllable, but not the beginning of syllables after the first one, except for the ending ship. All right, nice job. Our last phonogram, our last new one for today is this one. This says wah. All right, so I want you to listen to me first. Wah. Wah. Good. So one more time, what does this say? Good. Wah. All right. So sometimes I put my hand up in front of my mouth to help you know I'm saying this one wah, instead of wah, right? This one doesn't say wah. It says wah. And because all that's coming out is air, sometimes I'll put my hand up to help you know that this is wah. Okay. So to write this one, I'm going to leave a clock space and write the first letter, and then the second one close to it. And what do I do to show they go together? Good, underline. All right, watch one more time. So leave a clock space. And our letters are close but not touching. And underline. All right, now it's your turn to write a wah and say it while you write it. Don't forget to underline. All right, good. Do another one. Good. And one more, saying it while you write it. All right, let's go back and see if you remember which is the of bird. Right. So I want you to write it on right after your last, right? The of bird. Remember, if you don't remember, do a line below the baseline, and then you can fix it when I show you the of bird. Right, so this is our the of bird. So if you had that right, good job. If you didn't, I want you to write it 3 more times. Sing it while you write it. The of bird. All right, great work.